so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
Master Simon Ekpa. No matter the lie you present, no matter your propaganda and blackmail, you can never stop him. You can never stop him. The earlier you begin to look into the real thing and change your step and follow the right source, the better for you. The better for every one of us. This envy and jealousy cannot get you to anywhere. It is the same envy and jealousy that made us not to get Biafra up to now. The envy and jealousy is what kept us stand still till today. Somebody who will come and become a Gadabachiruzo, when you would have nothing to offer, you give way and let people that have the experience come in. When you have nothing to offer, give way. But it is so sad that the people we have today who claim to be members of IPOB, who claim to be Biafrans, are people who doesn't want Biafra to come. They have no template, they have no plan, they have no roadmap, and yet what they do every day is to come online and begin to attack somebody that is doing that thing which is genuine. And the funniest thing is that some of them have gone to the extent of duping him. Some of them are people who he has helped. People who he has helped in one way or the other. And all of a sudden, when they began to go gaga and began to go extreme, he told them enough is enough. And they turned against him. People that he has called on Biafrans to help, and Biafrans help them. They are the people today that are rising against him. People he has fought for. People he has met with open mind and called them, come, let us go and bring Biafra. They have nothing to offer. They didn't want to bring Biafra. They want to run Biafra as a business. How can you be running Biafra as a business where lives have been lost? How can you be running Biafra as a business where more than 3 million people lost their life? And many are still losing their life up to today. How dare you run it as a business? On daily basis, people are exchanging, they're putting their life on the line. Even presently, the recent one, that people put their life on the line. Every one of us saw it. How can you be running such as a business for your own selfish interest? It is so sad. But I thank you, that in all of this very temptation that we have seen, there are still people who are very, very strong, consistent, and standing firm in what they believe. And that is why I know that Biafra will definitely come. I saw a tweet that was made by our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, about the BNL. The BNL are voicing out and standing their ground. This is another formidable force that is standing firm. The BNL standing firm with Master Simon Ekpa. Why must you get yourself busy in attacking your own brother? If you feel that your brother is not doing well, why not create your own avenue on how to get that freedom? Your brother has created his own avenue. And he's doing something. You can see his effect on daily basis. You see him coming out doing extraordinary things on daily basis. He's not just talking online. He's not just talking online. He's not just making noise online. You can see things that he has done before your own very eyes. You can see it. Many things that Mazen Nandekano put in place that we are lying low because of the corrupt people that we are around Mazen Nandekano. Because of the evil men, because of the saboteur that surround Mazen Nandekano. Many things that Mazen Nandekano put in place, he could not be able to activate it. But today, our spokesperson Mazen Simon Ekpa has been able to activate all those things without looking back. And yet, you are not satisfied. You're fighting him. You are wasting your time fighting somebody that Chukwu have anointed. Instead of you to support him by all means possible, instead of you for embracing this opportunity that was given to you, you wouldn't embrace it. Even when the supreme leader of IPOB told you that this very man you are seeing, listen to him, share his video, listen to him. He is bringing a new dimension to the struggle. When Mazen Nandekano mentioned that new dimension, We never knew what he was talking about. That is why we call Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a prophet. So many times he speaks in parable. You will never understand what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is saying at that particular time, and just sleep over it and wait. Sleep over it and wait. You begin to see the manifestation of every single word he has spoken. When he was talking about that Master Simon Ekpa, none of us believed him. None of us knew that it is going to get to this. None of us knew that it will get to this. But today, you are seeing the real Master Simon Ekpa, little by little. You are now seeing the real Master Simon Ekpa, little by little. That is why I say sometimes, you see these people who are calling Master Simon Ekpa name, they are shameless. All these Irans that are attacking Master Simon Ekpa, calling him names on different platforms, and they are Biafrans. I am talking about Biafran people. The Biafran people who have the gut to open their mouth and stand against Master Simon Ekpa. I'm ashamed of them. These are unrepentant idiots. These are people who are going to have a miserable life all the day of their life. When Master Simon Ekpa come on board, they try everything to push him away. They try everything to oppress him. They demonize him. They said he is nobody. Their national anthem that was that he is nobody. He came from nowhere. And Master Simon Ekpa kept quiet. Master Simon Ekpa never introduced himself to anybody. He never introduced himself. He never came with pride and arrogance and all those their braggadocios. He never did that. Master Simon Ekpa came calmly. And he came from the grassroots. He started from preaching the gospel. He started from an ordinary broadcaster, just like I'm broadcasting. That was how he started. And he began to go deep into exposition. He began to grow, until he got to the stage that he is today. Today, are you going to see call Master Simon Ekpa that man? Today, it has become very clear that Master Simon Ekpa is the only person that has a legitimate and direct connection with a country to support Biafra. The only person that has an open connection, legitimate and open connection to pull out a country to support Biafra. One of the men that has a direct contact to a president of an European country. A direct close ally of a president of a country. And yet, you are taking him for a ride. You call yourself a Biafran. You don't know what you have. It is said that prophets are not recognized in their own land. You don't know what you have in Master Simon Ekpa. You don't know what you have. Since we have been fighting for this struggle, from the beginning up to now, there has not been any person that had the kind of connection that Master Simon Ekpa is drawing. Nobody has it. Master Simon Ekpa is putting up a stamp. He's stamping his name in this very struggle. Deeply, very deep. The stage he's going is a stage that Master Nnamdi Kanu himself have been looking for. How I wish Master Nnamdi Kanu is outside working with Master Simon Ekpa. How I wish Master Nnamdi Kanu is outside today. Things would have been much more easier. This is the opportunity that Master Nnamdi Kanu have been waiting. Once people have been collecting money from side to side from Master Nnamdi Kanu, see they're going for lobby. Collecting thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars from Master Nnamdi Kanu, all in the name of lobby. Biafran people contribute money and they siphon it. They go through the bank. And it is these people today who are claiming to be the Department of Saboteurs. This sad department, they were the people who surrounded Master Nnamdi Kanu. The same people, they will go and plan and bring people and plant them. Plant them to come to talk to Master Nnamdi Kanu. Then they will bring them. They will pay them to go and speak on behalf of IPOB. And all was fraud. All this while, it was all fraud. They were defrauding Master Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, Master Nnamdi Kanu cannot be anywhere. He cannot be everywhere at the same time. Master Nnamdi Kanu cannot be everywhere at the same time. That is why I am crying and say, how I wish that Mazen Nandekan is outside, so that Mazen Nandekan will have the chance to do what he has to do, and Mazen Simon Ekpa himself will still have the chance to do what he has to do. Today, Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing double job. Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing triple job. He is in every angle. He's everywhere, both in the diplomatic settings. He's online. He's on the ground in Nigeria. Everywhere, Mazen Simon Ekpa is there. He's just one man. How I wish that Mazen Nandekan is with us. And there will be division of labor. And Mazen Simon Ekpa will focus on this international and diplomatic missions that he's created now. I bet you, before you say Jack Robinson, you will see Biafra before you. This is an opportunity that Mazen Nandekan have been looking for a very long time. Opportunity that Mazen Nandekan will spend huge amount of money, and the same Biafran people we are defrauding Mazen Nandekan in the name of lobbying. In the name of lobbying, they were defrauding Mazen Nandekan hundreds of thousands of dollars. The little amount that is being contributed in the present day, you can see a huge achievement have been made by Mazen Simon Ekpa with just little amount of money. Little amount of money, you can see the difference. You can see the difference. And that is why this Department of Saboteurs are mad. Mazen Simon Ekpa have blocked all those means they were using to defraud Biafrans. All those means and angles they were passing through to defraud Biafrans. Mazen Simon Ekpa have blocked every one of them. That is why they are not happy with him today. That is why you see them attacking Mazen Simon Ekpa. They are attacking him from all angles, from all corners. That is why you see them calling him name. That is why you see them, they are restless. They are restless. They don't stop talking about him because he has blocked all those mediums through which they siphon money from the Biafran people. They can no longer siphon money from Biafran people because Mazen Simon Ekpa came on board and he woke Biafran people up. Today, the Biafran people are alert and they know what is happening. Look at the diplomatic missions that Mazen Simon Ekpa, diplomatic moves that he's making. This is an opportunity that we never had. We never had, in this present era, we never had any European country to stand and speak with us, speak for us, or have a direct contact with any European government. But today, that opportunity has presented itself through Mazen Simon Ekpa, the present president of Finland. Is a direct ally, a direct friend to Mazen Simon Ekpa, a colleague. Is somebody who he can communicate with. We saw him with him before he became a president. They were very close and tight. A close friend, an ally, an opportunity that is not easy to come by. An opportunity that is not easy to come by. We got it in Mazen Simon Ekpa, and today, people are not serious about it. Instead of you embracing it, instead of you watering that very opportunity that we have to make sure we cash into it, you are busy destroying and damaging it. If not for the fact that the mandate of Biafra is from Chukwu Okadiam, you think that Mazen Simon Ekpa will still be talking about Biafra? Of course, he won't be talking about it because he has nothing to lose. With the connections he has, with the level he has, with the level he is, he has no need to disturb himself about any idiot. But because the Biafra mandate is a divine one, when Chukwu Okadiam calls you, you have no choice. You must have to answer. You can't say no. That is how Biafra struggle is. Once you are called, you won't even know what you are doing. The Biafran call is a divine call. When you are called, you yourself will not even know what you are doing. You will stand firm. People will be asking you, why are you doing this? Are you the only one? Are you the only one dying? What do you start to lose? If you are divinely called, you wouldn't mind what anybody says. Just like Mazen Nandekan is divinely called. Today, with all the dehumanization, all the attack, with all the blackmail and propaganda, in that DSS, Mazen Nandekan have refused to denounce Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still speaking for Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still standing firm for Biafra, unchanging, unwavering, consistently speaking about Biafra. And that is what every one of us is supposed to do. But some people have refused. Some people want to follow the cheap way, the easy way, even when they know that that easy way is leading to nowhere. That way they call easy way will lead them to nowhere. We told them, they never believed us. When they were preparing for their election, the London-born came on board and we told him, that thing you are pursuing will lead you to nowhere. He never believed us. He went ahead and began to campaign. They used it against us. And when we told them, majority of those who were supporting whatever he was saying that were supporting because of Biafra, the popularity he has was because of Biafra. They wanted to use him to stop the autopiloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. That was their mission, to stop the Biafran struggle. But we told them, no, you can't stop us. Instead of you to stop us, we will stop you. And of course, we knew that he wasn't going anywhere. And the battle started. Today, even when it was very clear that this man was supposed to win that election, the London board, before his own very eye, they snatched it out and told him to go to hell. And the worst is that they have shut him down not to speak. And today, he's even fighting for his life. Today, he's even fighting for his life not to go to jail. Because they are already cooking. They are preparing to take him to jail. Which will definitely happen. It doesn't matter how he tries to escape it, except he runs away from the country. It's either he goes exile or they take him to jail. Because the contraption called Nigeria are now seeing him as a threat. With the kind of popularity he enjoyed during that very election, they see him as a threat. And they cannot afford to have him around. Being a Biafran, they can't afford to have any Biafran to be that popular. As long as they see you, a Biafran, being accepted by majority, you become a threat. They will make sure they break you down. They will do everything possible to destroy you. Are you telling me that if that London boy was to be somebody from Southwest that they would read the election? They can't do that. They will not succeed in this era. In this generation, it will not happen. If he was from the Southwest, it won't happen. But because they knew that it is very easy to turn every other person against the Igbo Biafrans. It is very easy to twist the mind of people against the Igbo Biafrans. And they did that. They played the card. And all the country turned against the Igbo Biafrans and they begin to accuse them unnecessarily for something that doesn't hold water. When you look at them and ask about, when you hear what they speak, what they say on television, you begin to wonder, why are we still in this? Why are people still talking about this one Nigeria? When you see the deep hatred that is in the heart of these politicians, the elite themselves, those who are bent on talking about this one Nigeria, when you see the kind of hatred they have on some people who are supposedly to be their fellow Nigerians, you'll be wondering, why are people so wicked? Why are you still talking about one Nigeria? Talking about one Nigeria is the most wicked thing anybody can do. That's the most wicked thing anybody can do. Seeing everything that is playing out. Even the international community have seen it. It is no longer hidden. The tribal hatred, the tribal game, the tribal bigotry that is happening in that contraption, it is no longer hidden. You don't need a microscope to see it. It is something that is now before the whole world. Very easy to see. People don't hide their shames anymore. People go to the conventional media and you see them defending evil. And when they go there to make themselves relevant, they first of all start by promoting that ethnic bigotry. They speak against the Igbo Biafrans. They begin to talk against them. They did this. Some of them will tell you they said Lagos is a no man's land. That they said that this one. What? Ask them who said this. At what time the person said it. Get us a video where somebody said this. Get us a video. They will not provide. Even when they knew that the origin of that language started from them themselves. It started from a Yoruba man, a former governor. That is the origin of that word. And people have been saying that word over time. They didn't start today. But all of a sudden, they saw that these are the cheap targets they can be able to get. And they began to push it. They sold that ethnic card. They played it, and everybody came into it as usual. A foundation led by the Caliphate. The foundation led by Ahmadu Bello. It was Ahmadu Bello that laid that foundation of hatred on the Igbo Biafrans. And from that time, Ahmadu Bello laid that foundation up to date. It has continued. It was that same lies, that same evil foundation led by Ahmadu Bello that brought about every attack you have seen on the Biafran people, including the Civil War. It was the hate that Ahmadu Bello was preaching that made Kaduna Nzogu, Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu, came up and said they want to act a revolution. That was why that revolution was activated. To stop this evil propaganda and attack against an ethnic group. But at the end of the day, they twisted it once again. It became about the Igbo Biafrans. Igbos are domineering. Igbos are domineering. How are Igbos domineering? Tell me that Igbos are hardworking. You are ashamed and shy to say that they are hardworking. Instead, you use the language domineering because that is what suits your argument. How are they domineering? For somebody to work hard, achieve what he wants, and get what he wants, how is that domineering? If you want to compete, why don't you go into a healthy competition? Do that same thing he's doing. Compete with him. Healthy competition. And do that thing he's doing. You talked about coming to your Lagos State to build land, to buy land, and this. They didn't steal it. Remember, they never stole any land. I have not heard any place that anybody came out and said that the Igbo Biafrans stole land in Lagos. That never happened. I never heard it. That they stole land. Never. I have never heard anyone. Every place they establish, develop, they buy it. Including buying water on top of swampy water. Some of the water, some is just water, ordinary water. They buy the water, some of the water, and they fill it up and build a home on it. This is how bad it is. So when you are hearing about this, when they're talking about Igbos taking over Lagos, you think it's as if maybe it is a city that has been established and they now come and take it. They themselves built that city. Wherever they are, they built it themselves. They built it. And building it, they are not claiming ownership to the land. They are only having ownership to their property. They are still strangers. Every Christmas, they go back home. Every holiday, they go back to their hometown and come back to continue their business. But to make the environment habitable for them and their customers and the people whom they are in their land, they develop the place they are. They don't just leave it the way they met it. Go to the southeast. How many people from other regions are investing in the southeast? And you see the funny thing, they come out shamelessly and they make this argument. They will tell you which Yoruba man is having a land in the southeast, which Hausa man is having a land. Did you go there to establish and run the refused you? Did you go there? Did you go there to ask for land and they refused to give to you? Did you go there to pursue or make establishment and they refused to you? None of you have the balls to go there to face the competition that is in Biafra land. Some of them are so intimidated and so scared. So intimidated and so scared that they can't even make a step of living in Biafra land. They feel so intimidated. They are so scared to face the competition. You are talking about Igbo Biafrans going away. Why don't you go to Igbo land? Make your investment. Compete for your land. Buy it the same way they come to your land and compete. In Lagos State, every single land an Igbo man he buys it double what a Yoruba man should have bought it. A Yoruba man will equally sell the land to a Igbo times 2. Even his own Yoruba brother will come to buy, he will not sell it. They wouldn't sell to their own brother. They would like to sell to an Igbo man in a very costly price. An Igbo man knowing what he wants to do and the value of his business, he will buy the land, develop it. And in the next few minutes, you begin to call him a stranger. You begin to tell him to go, so that he have opportunity to steal that which you have sold to him. 2013 is not 1967. We are in the 21st century. In this 21st century, you cannot take anybody's property while he's still alive watching you. You can't push people away. Just you wake up and tell people to go so that they can be able to take their property. It will not happen. And I'm talking to every Biafran. If you have any property in any part of the zoo, make sure you keep your documents intact. That is all I can tell you. But the best thing for you now is to begin to consider to sell it out. Even if it is auction it out